the greatest crimes perpetuated against black men specifically is the level to which their humanity and their hearts have been devalued, diminished, and dehumanized, and that they have become doing machines. The greatest value a black man has, in many instances, is what he can do for somebody. Right. And how he can do it and how much he can do it and how much he earns doing it. I mean, I hear it and see it among young people in the relationships, you know, oh, you're going to get my nails done and you're going to do this and you're going to do that. Right. You know, they've been demeaned and devalued and dehearted, right, to the point where they value themselves based on what they can do. Fix it, get it, make it happen. And no place have I seen in our world does anybody tell black men how to be with themselves, how to be true to themselves, how to be with their feelings, how to be with their heart, you know, and it's criminal. So what happens is then they begin to do the things that are expected of them, and that's how they're evaluated. And then if they can't do that anymore, whether it's the job or pay the mortgage or whatever, then they're just cast off like socks in the corner. Right. Right. One of the greatest kryptonites for a man in general, black men specifically, is the feeling, the belief, the treatment that he is somehow inadequate. And when you devalue a man, he's going to feel inadequate. When you dehumanize him, when you deheart him, so then where does he go with that? Right. He's inadequate and he doesn't serve a purpose because he can't do what you need him to do to make you feel better about yourself. What's the purpose? What's the point? What's the point? And that's why we have these incredible rises in suicide. Where in the world do we see them lifted, honored? I don't want to say respected. And here's what I hear in the back of my mind. So let me just go ahead and deal with it. Black women saying, well, look what they do. And look how they are. And look what they do, you know. And we unwittingly participate in the emasculation, the dehumanization, the devaluation, and the disheartening of black men because they didn't do it the way we wanted them to do it. Mothers, wives, girlfriends, sisters.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of SGDS Entertainment. I am your host, AJ. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and click the thumbs up button. I want to switch the subject today. Not really switch it, but I want to add something. I want to understand both sides of why we disvalue men and black women. I don't want to just focus on men because I feel like we disvalue each other. And all we really have is each other. We came over, our ancestors came over together, so why do we devalue each other together? Why do we disvalue each other? It's okay not to like somebody, but to only fuck with somebody because they have a green piece of paper, have some green piece of paper with a slave master on it is crazy to me. You worship the money more than you goddamn worship God. And it's crazy to me how we do that, man. Like, what? My question is this: once that man loses everything, you on to the next. Once that woman loses, or she's not the same as she was in her 20s, do you go look for a younger chick that has the look you're looking for? Do you have to have a certain type of woman to make yourself feel better? Do you have to have money to make yourself feel like the person you need to be? Can you be yourself without money? There's questions I always ask myself, man. Like, as a man, you have to ask yourself these questions to know yourself. And if you don't know yourself, then how can you be in a relationship with somebody you don't know yourself? How do you expect to even know her? You don't even know yourself. If you're a woman, if you only value him for his money and he's abusive or he's a cheater, are you willing to accept that? some people are, man, so we can't even be mad at that. Some people just raised like that. Some people fear that they don't have the work ethic to get it on their own. A lot of people, man, let me tell you something, man. Black America is fucking lazy. And that's just me being real. And I get on my homies about shit all the fucking time because I get a lot of excuses about shit. But if y'all really want it, bro, you gonna have to put in the hours. Don't nobody successful come or just like you do have overnight success, but you have to put in the work. You have to believe in yourself. And if you don't, you're gonna let a person walk all over you. A lot of men is like that though. A lot of men I've seen lately, I think nowadays men like being taken care of by women because it's a comfort to them, like how their mama comfort them. So even though my mom's there for me, I take care of my mom, so it's a different feeling for me. I've been doing this shit since I was young, so it's like I can't really. I've always been protective of my mom. That's just been me. So I'm protective of a female. See how that works? Like that's just how I was raised. A lot of women. I've talked to an older lady before, and she was telling me because she like I was telling her about just my situation about about just shit I got going on with my kids and shit like that. And she didn't understand. She got I think she had a 20-year-old and a 30-year-old, and they both still stayed with her. Nothing's wrong with that, but they wasn't doing nothing in the house. She had a husband. I think that was they was their stepfather. She had a husband, and basically they was lazy as fuck. They didn't have no work ethic. They didn't have a drive. They was content. A lot of times as men, we get content with certain shit. That's why I tell a lot of niggas, man, y'all gotta get your mindset of being in just one spot. This world is so bigger. A lot of people ain't even left the state. A lot of people ain't even left the city. In Atlanta, where I'm from, that's what I'm talking about. But that could go for any state. And it's like I don't know if it's a fear in them. I don't know, bro. Like, cause it's hard for me to really speak on that because I've never went through that. A lot of times people like to speak on shit that they ain't never been to. So me getting mad about a person's opinion is stupid. Like, cause I know half of y'all niggas ain't never been through what I've been through. So what I look like getting mad at you? That's extra energy I gotta spend dealing with on top of all the extra shit I gotta deal with. So me getting mad, that's crazy. What I also want to know is this thing where people feel like it's okay to disgrade or call somebody else like how can you call a female big bad but you respect the LBGT community so much where you not gonna call them what you know what I mean? Like you're not gonna call them, you're gonna respect their community enough to not disrespect them. Why can't we get the same to every community is my question. And a lot of times black people we take shit as a joke. I know I like to joke a lot, but I give everybody their respect. I don't disrespect nobody as long as you don't disrespect me. And a lot of times, I don't know, man. Like I said, niggas be hypocrite or just be putting on for this fucking social media shit, and they don't be really who they are, bro. So y'all be worshiping these people and thinking they really that, but behind closed door, they're not. They disvalue you. They don't even respect you. They wouldn't even do shit for you, bro. Like they really. It's easy for a nigga to say some good shit on here, bro. Like niggas can support mental health, but have you ever really been to a mental health rehab? Do you know how that shit feels to be up in there with other people that really have mental health and you see shit that you probably wouldn't even ever, you would never see, that you didn't even know people go through? It's a humbling experience because I have been to one. So I do understand how real mental health is. At a point in time when people used to make fun of me and be joining me and calling me crazy and bipolar, you need help. See, people thought that shit, and it was black people a lot of the time, most of the time, all the time, 9 times out of 10. Yeah, like I don't. It was people that was around that would disgrade and play about that shit. But the same people that was doing that shit is now going through the mental health that they want to play about. So you got to be careful of what you say and what you do, because karma is a mother, and you don't know what could come back to you. You could be up now and down tomorrow. And a lot of times that's what happened to these celebrities, and people be thinking that they untouchable and they got power, bro. We live in a society where these white people run this country right here. So in the same way, you have to find a way to play their game, but play it just as good as them. It's sad to say, because at the end of the day, whatever platform we're using, they still run this shit. So we still have to be careful of how we move and how we do shit, because at the end of the day, once you start speaking too much on these fucking platforms, they want to take it down. That don't mean it's not ways to still go around that and get your message off. You just have to learn how to communicate words in a way where it don't come off where it's offensive to nobody, but you getting your message across at the same time. That that's what you really want to do. If that's the person you trying to be, I'm gonna speak the truth, and I don't give a fuck who get offended and how they feel about it. If you ever ask me, that's just me. Back in my 20s, yeah, I used to worry about how people used to think of me, my image, this, and that. Like I ain't want people thinking this, and that. And once I hit 30, bro, I accepted everything I've been through and I accepted who I was. And I stopped giving a fuck about what people think, because it wasn't putting no food on the table. It wasn't paying my rent. And at the end of the day, I was the nigga everybody was coming to and using to get ahead. Like, one thing I want people to understand, man, in this game, bro, when people see you success, they see it doing good in life. They would trick you out of your emotions, especially as a black man, because they know that's the fastest way to get you out of that position and bring you back down to either where they were or lower so they can get ahead. So you have to be smart enough to understand that and know that it's people out here that want to see you do good, and it's people out here that want to see you do bad. Everybody's not meant for everybody. And the way we disvalue black men and black women is like crazy, because if you're black, then you came from a fucking black woman. And a lot of times I don't understand how you disvalue something that you came from, bro. No matter what you feel, no matter how you discredit whatever you went through, bro, you still came from a black woman. Out of all the shit y'all want, go through, and a lot of times I think men disrespect black women because, like I say, it's a nerve that hit in them that they haven't fixed yet, or they haven't healed from, or they haven't come to terms with. So the only way you know how to beat a black woman is by physically harming them. And the way a woman knows how to harm you is by emotionally hitting the nerve and saying shit that hits you. Do you really feel like a woman value you if all you got is money and that's all she can really, like, that's why she's with you? How is that power, bro? Like, how is that what you feel like that's respect? Because let me tell you something, bro. I've had money and I've been at the hardest time, bro. Like, once you hit rock bottom, bro, watch. I was just watching that Tyler Perry. I watched half of it. That Tyler Perry new one. I couldn't watch the rest of that shit because once it hit in that middle part and the sex scene came and the way that sex scene happened, but that was just the stupidest shit to me ever in life. Like, I've never seen that shit happen in life. Does it? If they want to be entertaining and make it, different and just be creative, I guess. But I don't see no black female doing no shit like that I know that's really that say in the movie that they're mentally strong. I don't see it moving like how it happened. I don't see that happening like that. But in the movie, you will see, and I'm not gonna get a movie away, but you will see a point in time where she made the decision, and once her man wasn't working, and she was put in the position of power, he really didn't have no power. So what I'm asking is this: did she really respect him before then, or was she with him? Like, where did the love go? Like, I feel like this, man. Money don't make you. It just make you more of who you really are inside, who you really want to be. But it don't. It's not going. That's not going to be the common denominator on how I judge you. Yes, I do understand that money is very important because that's how we survive in this world. But money don't always bring happiness. You can have all the money in the world and still be unhappy. And once she, I mean, he didn't have a job no more, which was his fucking fault. All the shit was gone. And I believe it was more common the factors in that movie that you would have to go watch in the beginning where I think she lost respect for him. As a man, if you have a woman, bro, and I just want to say this, and your mom involved, and especially if that's your wife, you gonna have to have a sit down with your mom and get that cleared. It don't have to be disrespectful. It don't have to be in a way where your mom feel this, and that. But at the same time, you don't ever want your wife to feel like you're less than a man. You can't stand on your own provide, and you can't be the protector and the provider in the family. Because once she emotionally leaves, it ain't shit you can do. Once a female emotionally taps out, bro, is a done deal. And I hate to say it like that, bro, but it just is real like that, bro. It just be like that. So we have to really just evaluate, bro, and take the time to just heal from our past, man. And we gotta stop disvaluing each other. Everybody ain't meant for each other, bro. You can't go around here and thinking, oh, just because this man got money and he gonna do this and that, give you the lifestyle that you want, don't mean that person good for you. And just because that woman got a fat ass, she and put all this money into her ass, this and that, if she gotta do all of that to make herself feel happy, bro, that should fucking tell you something. I'm different. I don't like fake shit. I love I'm a 90s baby and I love 90s women who are natural. That's just me. I don't give a fuck how fine you is. I'm not into the fake shit. So that's just me. Everything don't flow for everybody. But man, like I say, bro, like we gotta stop as a community, as Black Americans, as people. We have to stop disvaluing our Black man because let me tell y'all something. As Black women, y'all will never understand how it feels to walk out that door and know how it feels to have a strike against you as a Black man. You just don't, bro. Like, and as a Black man, I'll never understand what the fight is. Fight as a Black woman not being respected and getting the acknowledgement or the respect in a work field, at home, what you have to go through for those 9 months carrying a child. Like, it's certain stuff I would never understand, but I would respect it because I know that situation is something that I feel like God put you through because He knew you could handle it. You could handle it, and you're strong enough to handle it. Because in a sense, it's like why wouldn't God put a man through if He knew a man was supposed to be the strong this and that. It's a reason God made it where a woman carries a baby for 9 months. It's a reason a woman has a monthly cycle. I do not feel like even though a man is physically strong, that he could go through that physically. I don't know what other men, but I don't even think about that. But just to think that how something grows in you for 9 months, man, like I don't think that's respected enough. And not only that, you're risking your life when you're bringing another child in this world because a lot of females don't make it out of labor. So that's a whole different type of subject. But bro, we don't put a lot of respect on that. But as also women, you don't value a man where you have to understand the way you talk to a man and you disvalue a man, and then you expect it's like it's so hard. You can't do shit as a Black man these days because everything's sassy, everything gay, everything this. So now, as a Black man, if you don't know how to control your emotions, deal with your emotions, either you gonna spaz out, you're gonna keep holding that shit in till you spaz out, all because you don't feel respected. You don't feel like a man. That's why I say you got to know who you are as a man, because if you don't, you will let anything or one little thing get you out of character. And it'll ruin everything you built, man. As black men, it already take us well long enough to get where we trying to get to if we ain't got them sold our soul for it. If we out here really just trying to stay focused, commit, and do right, bro, like, and there's a lot of good dudes out here, but y'all females, a lot of black females don't want the good dudes right now. Now there's a lot of good females out here that dudes have mistreated, disvalued, and have put them in a position where they have to be now defensive. So we have to really do the work on ourselves, man, and really take a look at ourselves. I'm gonna get up out of here, man.